It's taking my time. Carol? Or Kyra? Kiera? Kira? Can you let me know when it's. Oh, hi! Hello and welcome. Wow. Okay. Blame it on the Pluto. Yay, and we're coming out of Capricorn and going into Aquarius. Blame it on the bossa nova. Mm. Welcome to Satsang. I love that we're having a Satsang moment. So, mm, so grateful. There are plenty moments in my life where I didn't realize it was a satsang moment. So there were plenty moments throughout my life where it was a crazy ass moment, fucked up moment, intense moment, sad ass moment, uh, what else? Depressed moment, um, projecting into the future moment, believing all these thoughts moment, not enough moment, not good enough moment, not uh, not anything enough moment. Uh, Tired of my mind moment, caught up in my thoughts moment. So many motherfucking thoughts moment. When are these thoughts gonna disappear moment? Why am I feeling this again moment? Oh, all these feelings moment. I'm so sad moment. I'm so scared moment. I want these feelings to go away moment. Overwhelmed moment. What can I do with all this moment? Uh, they don't love me moment. They don't like me moment. They don't see me moment. I'm not seen moment. I gotta try my best to like them moment. The world is a scary place moment. The world is a bad place moment. I need the world to wake up moment. I need the world to change moment. I need people to be more enlightened moment. I need the world to be peaceful moment. Uh, what else? Anyone else want to share a moment? Those are some good ones. Yeah, hit all the big ones. Those are the main characters. If I can just be smarter moment, if I could just be more awake moment, if I could just finally break through into that dimension ayahuasca knows ayahuasca trying to get me to go to. I know Yopawaska's trying to get me to go to. I know 5-MeO DMT. I've just taken enough. Just missed the takeoff, the blast off. If I can just be what I imagine good is moment. I can just be good boy moment, good girl moment, good they moment. If I could just be, damn, but I can't be moment. Too many thoughts moment, too many stories moment, too much conditioning. Damn, my family did a number on me moment. Uh, damn, my ancestors did a number on me moment. Goodness gracious moment. What's funny is I'm always like, let's have a moment. I love a Christmas moment. I love a let's have a tea moment. Let's have a walk moment. You want to have a go to the dance moment? What kind of moment? Should moments. Shoulda, coulda, woulda moment. Should moments. I should. They should. Shouldn't have. Yeah. All the ways we should on ourselves. The should moments. Yeah. Mind moments. A mind moment. What's so fun with all of those moments mentioned is that it's a mind moment. It's a thought moment, unquestioned belief moment, an assumption moment, a make believe moment, an overlooking what's here moment, an overlooking who I am moment, a not noticing the fundamental well being unwaveringly present throughout all the imagined cosmos moment. A mind moment. I was having a walk with a beloved the other day, and it was during a session, and we were exploring different aspects of mind and mind believing all these stories, such as, you know, I need to think about something in a particular way in order to be free. But every time I think I've gotten it, mind comes right back in. Those thoughts come right back in. Those limiting beliefs come right back in. And I'm not doing it right. And I just want to do it right. And when can I get that? I fucking want to get that shit because I want to be free. So this beloved was just speaking how they imagine. I asked them, what do you imagine will be here? What do you imagine you'll experience once mind stops doing what you think mind needs to stop doing? And they said, "Oh, I'd be so free. I'd be so relaxed, so very relaxed." And then they looked at me and they said, "Do you ever have thoughts like you probably?" They were like, "You probably never have." Yeah. Okay, right. You're not human anymore. You probably never have those kinds of thoughts. And I just looked and I said, "Beloved, there's no such thing as your mind and my mind. That's a thought. There's but one mind. We all share the same insanity. No difference. Just because we imagine the stories are different, or it's all the same basic, unquestioned assumptions, rethunk, 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 rethunk. And it's just mind being mind, you know? One of the other things they mentioned in that exploration was, well, I can't just stop trying to fix my mind because I'm human and that's what I'm supposed to do. And I was like, well, I so hear that. And I was like, you ever heard the sentence, argue your limitations and they're yours? When we argue our limitations, sure enough, they are limitations. And so, just for a moment, we explore the option of just being and just letting mind be as it is. You know, it is such good news when we finally allow the infinite maturity that's already existing as our very nature to penetrate, to permeate this tendency to constantly trying to fix something that doesn't even exist. Constantly trying to fix something that just naturally, it's like forever standing in front of a cat and saying, say woof, bitch, say woof. Come on now, woof it up. Forever, if you're a dog person, forever standing in front of a dog and saying, say meow. Come on, you can do it. Just once, say meow. Ah, it is so freeing when we consider the option. I don't have to do nothing with my mind. It's a real option. Beloveds, as an option, consider in this moment, you don't have to do nothing with your mind. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to stop it. You don't have to enlighten it. You don't have to take it to rehab. You don't have to take it to the spa. You don't got to take it to the satsang. You don't got to take it to that YouTube video, that YouTube video. You don't got to relax it. You don't got to sedate it. You don't got to interrupt it. Now, not to say that any of those things are bad. It's not bad. Wonderful permission slips. That's the way mind entertains itself. Constantly something to do. Constantly something to do. We experience something profound. We're like, oh my God, that was it. That totally helped me my mind stop. And I just was so free. And I was so, but then guess what? Mind comes creeping on back in. Mind said, so I creep, yeah, just creeping on the down low. Nobody is supposed to know. And those cute little silk pajamas they was wearing. Oh my goodness. All right, we could all relate. We're like, oh wow, I'm past that thought. I'm past that moment. I've healed that moment. Something clicked. And I did that medicine, that ayahuasca done washed that moment clean. Yeah, and then there could be a grace period for a couple days, couple hours, maybe couple weeks, maybe couple months. Time, the illusion of time. A grace period, but mine will creep on back in, and you want mine to creep on back in because to really know yourself, to really be awake to yourself, is to be awake to all appearances. And in that awakeness, no matter what appears, it cannot play a role good enough to seduce you into imagining that it is something separate from consciousness itself. Impossible for any appearance to attempt to appear as a solid, separate something with an independent nature. So we want mind to come back. Yea, samadhi moments, yea, shakti moments, yea, awakening moments, yea, spiritual experiences, yea, psychedelic experiences, yea, profound insight, ahas. Wonderful. Half baked. Half baked. If you imagine that it's a new thing that happened because of something else, you're still identifying as something that just got healed. In other words, you're still overlooking that you've never been a something to begin with. A something, someone going somewhere. Before. Closer, closer, closer. Beyond, beyond, beyond. Immediately present. Infinitely vast. This This. And as mind comes back in, it's like, oh, yes, that's not a problem. That's harmless. It's not some kind of psychological mosquito. It's not. It's so interesting to me. I love that I get to be around so many beloveds, so many different flavors, and beloveds who we can say have been on the path for years and years and years and years, and still innocently have such an argument with mind, have such a problem with mind. See it as the devil, as the bad guy, as like, gosh, that fucking mind, why is it gonna keep on? Not noticing that the only thing that has a problem with mind is mind. So they imagine that they're speaking from a spiritual place. They imagine that it's their soul talking or their enlightened self talking. This mind. No, beloved, that's mind. It's not your higher self. It's not. It's not the wise self. It's the innocence of mind at war with itself. The innocence. Innocence. And that never needs to stop. Okay, another sobering moment. Beloved, mind is free to forever argue with itself. Mind is free to forever want to get rid of itself, kill itself, uh, heal itself, uh, uh, change itself, alter itself, do away with itself. Mind naturally is mind. Weather naturally is weather. The surface of water is naturally the surface of water. You are deeper than the deepest depths of being itself, unwavering, silent, still. Beep, beep. Who's got the keys to the Jeep? For a moment, give up the fight with mind. For this moment, if you like, feel like you're in a safe place, let it take over. Say, all right, mind, have me. Stop running from it. Stop trying to push it away. Let mind be as it is. What a discovery is made in the willingness to allow mind to finally be itself. It's already itself. Have you trying to get mind to change ever actually worked, beloved? Mind is still mind. Mind is still mind. And it's a good thing because it's not a commentary about who you are. There may be a thought. If I have thoughts, that means I'm not awake. There may be this idea that an awake person is no thought. That an enlightened person, a loving person, a healed person, one who has returned to wholeness, is free of any thoughts, free of any emotion, free of any sensations, not bound to the perceptual poetry of this realm or any other realm. And it's true. But not in the way you think. So it's the beauty of it is, and this is something for us to discover in our own way, you know, If I say there's no such thing as thought, mind is never even here, that doesn't mean anything till you have your own direct willingness to meet and see for yourself. So, for example, from the space of allowing fully, so we allow as a way of getting familiar with the part of us that already allows. You already allow. Notice everything in this room that you are effortlessly allowing to be as it is. From the pillow to the microphone to all my crazy ass Christmas decorations up in here. Now, you maybe some thoughts about them. Okay. There may be some thoughts about them. But they're still here. Totally. You know a good clue that something is allowed? If it's here. If it's here, it's allowed. Including just what happened in politics of USA, including what's happening on the planet. Now, just because it's allowed doesn't, of course, mean that we surrender to it in a passive, do nothing kind of way. Doesn't mean any of that. It just means that you are allowing yourself to actually get in touch with your power. You're allowing yourself to actually align with the freedom you already are. Freedom is not conditional. Freedom isn't waiting for anything to be a particular way for it to be his motherfucking badass self right now, bitch. Okay? Freedom is badass free. Now, you are freedom itself. Now, free. You are freedom itself. Now, free. You are freedom itself. Now, free. Freedom itself. So, freedom itself. Freedom is huge, beloveds. Also, when we allow, we get familiar with the all pervasive freedom of existence. So we start recognizing that mind is free. Freedom isn't just free, freedom inseparable from all phenomena. Everything that is made of freedom is free. Mind free, thought free, sensation free, feelings free, circumstance free, world free, body free. You love me. Sakarakating chakating kong kling. Free, freedom, freedom. For a moment, notice how free everything is that gets to be itself. Just being itself. And I like to point out carpet, book, Christmas tree in a snow globe, uh, curandero paraphernalia, chancletas, yeah, everything free, free. And I like to point out these objects because we imagine that this isn't us. That's and the internal objects such as our thoughts and our feelings, we think, oh, that's us. Oh, just as impersonal as that pillow. For a moment, consider what if the phenomena of your internal landscape was allowed to be in the way you just allow everything else to be? What freedom, what energy available. Do you know how much energy bleeds off while you shadow box and are involved in some strange cosmic slapstick comedy with mirages? It's like the three little stooges all up in your head. Tres amigos. A ver, suffering consciousness. Identity. Time. And one more. Cause and effect. Identity, time, cause and effect. Now, for a moment, notice whenever there's stress and is there identity present? Sure enough. Is there time present? Sure enough. Is there cause and effect present? Sure enough. Amazing. Amazing. So, a moment of noticing that's kind of like, a courtesy call, an alarm clock, a wake up system. As you have those sensations, it's a good clue. Oh, I'm believing my thoughts. Oh, I am I am involved in the Tres Amigos of a Sobering Consciousness. I am imagining a time and I'm indicting and a cause and effect. And oh, in this moment, I'm just going to allow all to be as it is. The benefit is immediate and an honest welcome. Same mind, no difference. And that mind is so innocent and precious. It's like having a beloved child on your lap who has got a treasure chest of outfits and make believe clothes. You know, one moment it's a pirate, next moment it's this, and next moment it's that, and next moment it just got his heart broken, and next moment it's a victim to this and a victim to that, and next moment the tiger's gonna get it, or the CIA is gonna get it, or the you know, all kinds of things. But to consider that in allowing, you get familiar with the fullness of yourself as an infinite lap of love, as safety itself, a presence of pure benevolent love. You are love. We get familiar with our nature as love. When we allow, we're turning up the volume of the love that we are. It's love that allows. It's aware, loving intelligence that allows. It's freedom that allows. Notice every atom in the cosmos right now. The atoms that make up things we're familiar with, and the atoms that make up things we're not at all familiar with. The atoms that make up solar systems we're familiar with, and the atoms of solar systems that have never once been named. All of that present, appearing in you. Not one step away from you. Here. And as we get familiar with this aspect of ourselves, regardless of what appears, we get to show up as who we are. I was speaking with a friend who, rightfully so many of us, with the uncertainty that's always present, uncertainty forever present, it's always been here, forever gonna be here. If we imagine we know what's gonna happen, it's a wondrous thought. Wondrous thought. So very sweet. But rightfully so, the sense of there's no hope, the sense of the world that's going down, the sense of this going to happen, that's going to happen, and what do I do, and and of course, what a heartbreak. We imagine that there cannot be heartbreak if we are resting as love. Mind's version is this Hallmark idea. It's like a mix of Hallmark and the autobiography of a yogi and somebody that walked on water. And then we're like, all these ideas, and they're just ideas, but to really sink into the raw reality, all of it coexists. this awake love, this freedom, a simultaneous heartbreak for the love who has not found itself. Today I sit and cry for the love who has not found itself. There's heartbreak. And that heartbreak is another flavor of love. It was such a gift to recognize and to notice the reality of it in this moment, regardless of what appears. What do I get to be? Myself. What do I get to do? Love. What do I get to see? The innocence. What do I get to see? That which doesn't change. It's like there's so many more options as we just relax a little bit deeper. I heard this preacher on one of the things, TikTok, I don't know what it was, but she was funny. She was with her congregation. And she said something along the lines of, she said, what do you take to fry the chicken? Oil. What do you take to fry? What do you do to try to fry the vegetables? Oil. What do you do to fry the French fries? Oil. What do you use to fry the bacon? Somebody in the audience said oil. She's like, no, 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 you don't need oil for the bacon. That comes of its own oil. The bacon comes of its own oil. And as soon as the temperature begins to rise, as soon as life gets hot and is sizzles, you look to the right and left and tell somebody, be like bacon, baby. That's what she said. Be like bacon, baby. You have your own oil. You let life do what life do. All it's going to do is heat you up and allow that oil, allow you to become the expanded version of yourself, allow you to continue evolving, allow you to recognize that that infinite love you thought you was, that has no motherfucking ceiling. More love, more awakening, more clearer, more present, more listening, more giving, more generous, more exciting, more magical, more delicious, more intimate, more intimate, more compassion, more peace, more peace, more peace. A piece of motherfucking bacon, baby. Your oil. Got your own oil. I was like, yes. I was like, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. Lord. Hey, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yes. Be your own oil. You got the oil. You got the oil. The whole universe is your oil. You imagine that you're a little piece of flesh with a big ass piece of fat. That's the oil. we now I said you are. Lord said you the okay. You the oil, you know. Right where you are. Oil. You've been sizzling all existence, baby. Look at you sizzle. Yeah, you better sizzle. You better sizzle. Okay. I have a friend who's a vegetarian. But when they get around that particular friend, they're like, let's go have some bacon. They said, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. You know who you is, too. You know you is. Okay. Ah, so good, so good, so good. I'm willing to look forward to. Willing to look forward to. Nobody is a victim here. Empowered. Life just as it's happening. You said yes to. If you're here, you said yes to. I don't know if it was a soul contract that you made with that person or did this, did that. I love all that. Wonderful. If it was working for you, that story's working for you, go with it all the way to the bank, beloved. You do your thing. But if you're here, that's the yes of existence. Willing to meet. Oh, I get to expand. I get to become even more powerful than I imagined myself. I get to even I get to refine my gifts and talents at a whole other space. I get to dream bigger. Oh, I get to stand in my truth. The sensation of standing in your truth, regardless of circumstances, beloved, is an option. It's a real option to align with the you that's already standing tall. Maya Angelou said, stand tall as a tower over your circumstances. Another beloved, Edwin Gaines, said, I'm not moved by appearances. Therefore, appearances move. I am not moved by appearances. Therefore, appearances move. And what appearances? Some may imagine the appearances coming from outside. No, bitch. The only appearances you've ever experienced are your own appearances. There's no outside world other than you. It's you with you. I'm not moved by appearances. Therefore, appearances move. What's here? A planet in turmoil? No. I appreciate that thought. What is here? Fire of art and creativity and love and sensuality. Letícia Abreu de Carioca. Letícia Abreu de Carioca Mendonça. Agora sim. Translation. That's my amazing sound devotee's car's name. Sound devotee. Bodhi just got a new car. And they wanted a 2-syllable. And then we had a friend that came along and said, I got the perfect name. I said I wanted a Brazilian name, right. But like a 2-syllable Brazil. And she was like, Letícia Abreu de Carioca Mendonça. Pra você. So could you imagine? What's your car's name? Letícia Abreu de Carioca. So good. So good. So good. So good. Alive. Vivid wakefulness. Vibrant. Clear. Present. And an aliveness that you don't have to maintain or sustain. You don't have to flame the fire of. In your willingness to tell the truth now. What is really here? Who am I? Is this story true? Is my story of the world true? Is my story of the self, myself true? Is my story of myself and the world true? Is that true? What world are you living in, beloved? Where are you buying your real estate at? What condo association have you said, oh yeah, I'm gonna live right motherfucking here? Where have you put down your furniture, beloved? You don't have to live in those spaces. In fact, you don't live in those spaces. You've never lived in any space. All spaces live inside of you. All appearances come and go in the most pristine, lovingly, beyond eco luxury, safety of who you truly are. Other than what you're thinking and believing, are you okay right now? Who are you without touching the past? Immediate. Ain't never been to Satsang before. Ain't never been to this before, that before. No, this is completely new, this moment. Completely new. Not needing one pillar of an atom of the past to hold this that holds all. This is reliable. Reliable. Reminds me of like some songs I used to sing as a kid in Christian churches about the secret place. I'm going to go to that secret place. There is a place, a secret place, a place where I can go. For you shall hide me in your tabernacle from the rain and the storm, and even when my enemies pursue me, you keep me safe from harm. And when my heart is filled with pain, no peace it seems I'd find again. I'd find that place, a secret place, a place where I can go. This secret place, this dwelling place, I wanna go, I wanna go. And it's beautiful when we imagine that we need to go somewhere. Oh, it's kind of like be it until you become it, fake it until you make it. But right now, in this sad song right here, oh, you don't need to go nowhere. Mm. You don't need to change one little bitty hair for you to be this freedom you are, this Sachidananda you are, this this that you are, this that you always been. Can't get it wrong. No need to get it right. Just as you are, just as mind is, just as the body is. Oh, just as your past, the past you imagine, your mama's version of your past, your daddy's version of your past, your ex-partner's version of your past, the whatever that past might be. Oh, no. Don't need to change. Nothing about you needs to get rearranged. Even if you imagine that you is, you a little strange. Oh, feel a bit deranged. But beloved, even if you imagine that you caught yourself up and locked yourself up inside a cage. Oh, feeling crawling underneath your skin, all of that rage. Mm, is okay. None of that needs to change. That has never defined you. Even the definitions you have given yourself have never, ever, ever defined you. Even the stories you tell yourself have never, ever, ever defined you. Not once defined you. Still free, still uncategorized, indescribable. Not on any map. A place of the placeless, a trace of the traceless. As Rumi says, neither body or soul. You belong to the beloved, have seen the two worlds as one, that one called to and know as first, last, outer, inner, only this breath breathing human being. Human being, yes. Human becoming, that too. But mostly, mostly human beautiful. Human beautiful. Human precious. 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 Oh, the ocean of compassion that overflows from the pores of our being and a willingness to be like, of course, there was this fear and this trauma and this anxiety and this overwhelm and this sense of not belonging and this sense of where can I find love? Where can I get love? Where can I? Of course. Oh my goodness, growing up in a daycare of unquestioned assumptions, Lord have mercy. Rattles that tell lies, pacifiers that don't allow you to find the strength of your own being. Beloved, 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 beloved. It's so okay. I love how my friend Deborah Silverman was going to name her book, the book that's about to come out in a couple of months, I think in April, called I Don't Believe in Astrology. But at first she was going to call it You Fucked Up and I Still Like You. You fucked up and I still like you. That was my favorite title of that book. And that's what a mantra. You fucked up and I still like you. To look at, oh, you're fucked up and I still love you. You're fucked up and I still see you. And I still receive you. And then in that willingness, something else begins to emerge. The beauty of what's really here. All inclusive beauty. Not ever having to get rid of or fix the flaws. Flaws and all. Here. Okay. The softening, the deepening, the humanity. The humanity. Oh my goodness, you never believe the compassion that unfolds. You have compassion for bitches. You never imagine you have compassion for them bitches. And all of a sudden, no matter what comes out of their mouths or their actions, there is an all outshining compassion. Even if mind is judging mind, you recognize this, the innocence of human nature, the innocence of the unquestioned thought, the innocence of the harm that is inflicted because of these unquestioned thoughts, and the fire and the willingness to be a living example of another way, of other options, the joy option, the peace option, the I love you option, the acceptance option, the I hear you option, the compassion option, the let's talk about it option, let's consider, let's reevaluate option, the there is enough option, the generosity option, culture of generosity option, the seeing the immeasurable strength and beauty of other option. Option. Every human being in this world, every human being, filled to the brim with the fire of the first breath that existence ever took. Every human being alive, every little girl, every little boy. Doesn't matter the gender. Beloveds who are so clear that they don't fit in boxes of boy or girl. Alive, alive, free of all concepts, gender constructs, mental constructs, on fire with aliveness, free, burning bright. All the world leaders in this moment, full to the brim with what's real, with what's alive, with what's clear, bigger than their thoughts, bigger than their stories, bigger than the fear that appears to be puppeting their actions. This moment, alive. World peace only exists within you. If you are peace now, the world is peace now. Option. Just an option. Not a must, not a have to. Again, you are freedom itself, forever free. Free for every experience. Free to suffer. Free to overlook yourself. Free to not notice what's here. Free to superimpose your own beliefs, your own unquestioned assumptions and biases. You have freedom, free to dress up in every costume imaginable, and yet still perfectly undressed and radiant, naked, as loving, aware intelligence, consciousness itself, no other ingredient. This alone is. This, just like this. This, just like this. Just as this. All right, beloveds. Thank you so very much for this timeless moment together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we approach the holiday season, just want to remind you that there are certain things on the calendar. You can go to my website, ashruiz.com. I have a few openings for private sessions, self realization mentorship. If you'd like to explore that option, explore what I like to call an education in the nature of mind, which is a simultaneous education in the nature of you as boundless magic, joy, and love. Go to my website, send me a message. You're welcome to leave a donation online, or you can do so in the little blue thing over there. I love you. I thank you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Feel free to like and subscribe and share. I think the first time I said that. Hit the bell for the notification. You can hit my bell.